Cavemaning, you gotta be flexible.
Booga! 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 Booga!
What are you doing?
Let me try to ignite it now. Dude, there's a big fish! With actually a legitimate piece of stone. There you go. The Ooga Booga Caveman Handline. Hey guys, I got Holden here, Holden Anton. He just finished his vision quest. You guys should go check him out. But we're out here, we're gonna do a caveman challenge. So I'm testing Holden out. I'm testing myself out more than anything because I got like primitive gear, nothing but primitive. And I'm gonna try to make a food, fire, water, and shelter. Handline fishing line. I got stone axes, stone knives, stone shards. Holden's got the bow drill. Give me a little bit of a head start on a friction fire. So there's gonna be nothing but primitive, and we gotta spend the night. And we're already starting off a little rough here.
Yeah.
It's a little damp, a little wet. So I think we're gonna go straight into making a primitive shelter, which is not gonna be fancy.
No.
It's not gonna be fancy at all. And I spot something right ahead here. Do you see what I'm seeing?
Yeah.
Yeah, what is it?
A fallen tree.
Yeah?
And a bunch of like sticks.
Yeah.
You can just pile them on the tree.
Yeah.
And then it'll be covered.
Yeah, then it will be covered.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta sleep in it, so we gotta stay dry.
Yeah.
It's gonna be challenging. It's not gonna be easy. Anyway, I'll turn you around and I'll show you what I'm seeing. I'm thinking if we pile sticks up here enough that we can make that into like some kind of a bear cave. As you guys can tell, it is thick here. It is thick wilderness. So, and we're getting wet. We've already wet, so we're gonna forego that. If we don't get a fire, we're gonna have a very uncomfortable night. So if you're not sure what this is called, it's a little bit called bushcraft, but it's more like, well, it's caveman. This is caveman survival because we don't have any tools to make anything fancy. So we're gonna make a debris pile. And because it's gonna be so much work, I'm simply going to put this on a time lapse, and you guys are gonna enjoy us fighting to turn this into somewhere that can fit 2 people nice and snug without getting wet. How's it going? You getting that one? Or is that one getting you? Got a nice flat spot here. Anything you can find goes on a debris shelter. We're not taking any more of these branches off. It looks like it might fall down. What just happened?
The whole thing just fell. It's not really funny.
It's not funny at all, is it?
No.
There goes all our work. Our bear shelter bear den just decided to give up on us. Added too much weight, took too much supports off of it. Like all we have left now for a shelter is to crawl into there, which I don't know if it's high enough. We take everything off and try to prop this up though. We gotta prop that log up. So we can do it if we get it up. We gotta get up to stack this high.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's a fun project. Maybe one could crawl in there, but it's still not covered. It's covered over here nicely, but then when it collapsed, it's basically got rid of the opening. We had a good start of a nice debris shelter in just like a few minutes, but now I can't see how that's gonna work. So we're gonna have to start again. All right, guys, we're on option 2, cavemaning. You gotta be flexible. So I managed to find 2 sticks. There's not a lot of trees that are like laying down perfectly. The one behind me is also not perfect. It's too low. And because it's too low, we're gonna have a hard time fitting in there. So gonna get Holden help here. You need to lift, this is broken here. So you need to lift this end up, this end here.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll go over there then. We'll switch spots then.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Lift up.
It's about to break on that.
That one's gonna break too.
Yeah.
Hang on to it. We'll see if this is gonna work. If it's not gonna work, we're gonna have to find another tree. Alright, let her down. Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah, if it stays, it's good.
If it stays. Where's the break point? Here?
Yeah.
So we might have to do the same on the other side here. Alright, so we learned some lessons there. Just make sure that you check the tree. This is going to be the 3rd try. So probably it's going to work. I tested this tree here. Seems pretty good. There's some trees or branches jammed into the ground over there. And as long as we don't remove the ones over on this side here and then past here, this one's hovering. We need to remove it because it's in the way. Well, we can get this tree out, which looks like it's good, rotten enough. I think this is going to be, I think that's going to work. Because I'm running out of energy at this point now, and I got to still build a whole freaking shelter. It's always a check when you look up like that, like and you see if there's holes. You cover the hole nicely with your head there, so if it drips, it'll drip on your head.
Okay.
So back up. You gotta back up. Sit on the ground.
I don't want to sit on the ground.
Well, we gotta dry it off. We gotta get a fire in here and dry it. Back up. There you go. Nice wet bum. We gotta get some cedar boughs maybe, or some spruce boughs or something to put on the ground.
Yeah, but they're still also wet. They're in the rain.
Well, we gotta dry them. We got no choice. That lens is so fogged up, it's hilarious. There's moisture, it's like 90% humidity. So we got, like I'd say that's a pretty good dent on it. There are still some soft pockets there, but we only started remaking this 3rd shelter for maybe like 45 minutes or an hour.
Yeah.
This one went a lot smoother, didn't it?
Well, yeah.
So we had to change.
It didn't fall in like 10 seconds.
We had to change tactics, so we had to go with the duff instead. And thankfully, there's a lot of duff. So in between doing all the other things, we'll duff proof this thing. Just keep adding more, right? That's all you can do. But it's actually passable now. It would get us through a pretty good rain. Maybe not perfectly, but it would be a pretty good job compared to sitting out under a tree or.
I'm not getting rained on right now, but I'm getting mosquitoed on.
Yeah. Well, once we get a fire, we got to get primitive caveman fire going, and that'll really get rid of the mosquitoes. And then we can make just like a smoky fire and just add a bunch of like green leaves and smoke them out, because that's what's going to have to protect us for tonight. Right? Yeah. Did you learn anything about making shelters? I did.
Don't put sticks on a moldy log.
An old moldy log. Pick a...
Twice.
Yeah, twice. Pretty wide footprint, maybe 4 feet wide. You can see there's spots where the light's coming through, so we got to add more there. We look at the top, it looks pretty good on the top. All right, guys, let's have a peek at our primitive tools, our caveman tools. Found a piece of vertebrae. I'm not sure what that's from, but we actually could have employed this to build a shelter because it's a digging stick. Any piece of bone whatsoever is a digging stick. Next, we have our friction fire board. To make friction fire, we got the spindle and the hearth board. Moving down the line, we have a pretty wicked stone knife. This is a fancy knife. We will use it, hopefully, if we can harvest some fish to gut them. But primitive caveman, they would have saved this for special times. They wouldn't have dulled their blade if they didn't have to. And then we got a nice primitive sheath. And then here is what I'm hoping to get our food with. This is simply a handline to do some handline fishing. And then inside here we have some assorted hooks and sinkers and split shots. This one's already pre-rigged with one just bare hook and a split shot. And we're gonna have to find some bait for that to work. We have a primitive axe. This is a stone axe. I should say that the knife here and the stone axe was made by Jay Valenti. He makes all kinds of really, really good and cool stone tools. And you can buy them, actually. The knives are only about $100. That's his antler handle and some kind of flint or whatnot. I'm not expert at that. He is. And then inside here, this is our tinder bundle. So that could be over here with our primitive fire starter, if we can get it to go. I did collect a little bit of birch bark, put it in my pocket to try to keep it dry. Over here, we have what our drinking. This is our drinking utensil because primitive people didn't filter their water. They simply drank whatever they could find, and if they got giardia, they dealt with it, and then the weak ones died and the strong ones survived. So we won't be filtering any water. We'll be testing our luck with creek water. And then over here, this is what primitive people would have used to cut. This is all shards. So this is what breaks off after you make a really nice knife. You end up with just a whole bunch of different kinds of shards. And so these shards here you can actually use to cut. And if you're processing down a big animal, your knife, you don't want your knife to get dull. So you use the shards, and these get dull, and you just discard them. And these ones they're not cut nice. They're just whatever's left over. And then we've got a nice antler handle here. This is for friction fire as well. So that's the bearing block. Probably all of my caveman tools, this is my favorite. This it keeps me company when I'm editing because it's perfectly balanced. The stone is heavy and then the antler handle is heavy and the whole thing just feels cool. Grab our fishing stuff because we got to get some food, and I'm not gonna bother making a fire just yet until I make sure I've got a reason to need one. So let's get fishing. You did such a good job on our other shelter. Worm. Worm make fishy. Fishy eat. Fish. Fish on, fish on. Big fish, big fish. Dude, there's a big fish. Oh, oh yeah! Handline, baby. Handline fish. Bro, get wrecked, brook trout. Stay on the shore. Holy! Bro! High fives!
My hand's dirty.
Oh man, that was amazing fight. You see how that's done, bro, son? Yeah, baby. It's just kind of like ice fishing. It's just more tactile. You can like feel the bites on the line and everything. Oh man, I'm just making it worse and worse and worse. I wish I had a fishing line, don't you think? Here, Holden. Here's dinner. There you go.
Wow. How do I?
How do I? How does anybody? We just got to work that out there. Try to save the line. We got the hook there. That's good. Oh, she's wrapped, eh? Food. Booga, booga. Dude, we gotta, oh, I forgot. We can actually use bonkers. We're caveman, but I actually knocked her out clean. Look, it's quivering. See that? That means it's dead. But ooga booga. Here you go. Ooga booga. Nonsense. I'm so pumped by that. Do you know how hard that is to do?
Yeah, get another one.
All right.
This isn't dinner, this is one.
Well, we share it.
Yeah.
Yeah. One bite.
One bite
Me,
each.
one bite each. There we go. So handline fishing's a little bit of a pain in the butthole, but we're managing. The thing I noticed right away is that I can feel like every single thing that happens on my finger there. In fact, I had like a very, very light tap there and then it let go. And then the big pain in the butt though is like unwinding and winding. So I've already tried one time, just like forget the line, just get the line in and it made a big mess. And then the second time I tried to reel in with the line. So obviously there's pros and cons to each one. The current here is helping me because I'm actually getting out in the current and the current's taking it the rest of the way. If I had to fling it out, I think I'd need like a smoother fishing rod because it doesn't want to come out easily. I don't know what it is. Anybody I've ever seen use a hand line, they'll typically use like 20-pound test, like really, really heavy stuff. For trout, that's not going to work. So you'd have to use like 20-pound test, which will come off the line easy, and then taper that down at something at the end, which would be doable. So to reel up, just like this, and then you got to make sure that you're actually going over and not catching it. And then to cast, you're tossing it. It'd be nice if it just unraveled. Seems to be coming off a little bit better now, but still not as good as a fishing rod. I reel in like this, and all I'm doing is getting it out in the current, and then kind of walking it back a little bit till I get a take. If I get a take, I leave slack, and that'll let the fish swallow it, and then I can reel it in. Let's see if we can get one live here. I feel like there's a fish there, but I'm actually pulling it in. So once it's gonna get to a panic point, I have to set the hook or it's gonna drop it. Like maybe I'm just coming up, oh there, I just felt the grab. So I'm gonna let the slack, let the fish run and swallow, and then I'm gonna let line out. See, that's the problem with the line out, you tangle. I'm gonna take all the slack line out here, till there's no slack line left, because we still gotta set the hook. So I gotta get that line tight before I set it. That fish is just walking back. Where did it go? I think maybe it let go. Must have let go. Yeah, let go because I held it too hard. So anyway, it's tricky. Big fish. Big fish. Oh, it's a big one. Oh, I lost him. Saw the flash of the fish too. The bite. I got him that time. Oh, I didn't get him. Missed him. Oh. Lost him again. Worm! 2 worms in the same spot.
What are you doing?
What?
So you're so dumb.
Fish, fish, fish. Oh, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna try to wind it up, but I don't know if it's gonna work. Oh, I lost the tension on it twice. It's not gonna work. I'm gonna have to just bomb it in. Oh, I keep messing up. I'm gonna try to reel it in like this rather than get tangled. We'll see if it's gonna work. Still there. Oh, this is a big one. Dude, this is a big one. Oh, look at it. Oh, this is a good one. Oh, stay out of the... Stay out of... Oh no, it's in the tree. In the trees. I'm gonna lose it in the tree. Come on. It's so... I feel so helpless. I can't reel it all the way up. Oh, shoot, it freaked out. I knew it was gonna do that. Oh, bro, I got two. Here, grab it. Hang on tight, bro. Hang on. Watch that hook. Grab it. Hang on to it.
I'm trying to.
Bro, that's your food. I
know it is.
got my food already. Oh, I had a good hook set on it anyway. Surprisingly. Ooga booga. Ooga de booga. Oh yeah, I forgot. There you go. It's two trouts on the Ooga Booga Caveman Handline. Not bad. Gotta find another worm. You know how I find a worm?
How?
I'm gonna show you how.
Sure.
Worm! Ooga booga! It's there. I gotta be more patient with this handline business. Gotta swallow it.
I bet I'd catch it first try.
Probably. It's right there, it's peeling line. Did it peel the line? I don't know if you can tell or see that. Watch right here. See it peel? Gotta commit to it. Oh, he wrapped me.
Every time.
I'm hung up. Gonna have to snap off. Once it comes out. He went upstream and went under the rock. Ah! That's still there. Got it out and the fish is still on.
Yeah, you got it.
I got it. This small one. But I got it. Oh, and the line's all a mess because I thought I was snagged for sure. It wrapped around a tree. Oh well, smallest of the bunch, but that means we can have what? Well, 1.5 each.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're gonna clean fish two different ways. We're gonna clean one with the knife because, well, I want to show you how sharp you can make a knife. But if you were, like I said, if you're working on, you know, a big animal, you probably would be using the shards because the shards are discards. So you want to, you know, do a couple of animals or a couple of fish or whatever, discard it, whatever. The big animal, big project, you're gonna use all of your shards and you're probably just gonna leave them when you're done. So we're gonna grab a fish here and we're just gonna go how we normally clean it. I'm just gonna go up the butt and then I'm gonna cut around and take everything out and it should be ready to go. So I want you guys to see like just how well this works. So it's going to be a comparison between the knife. You guys saw that that knife cut like a knife. This is stone and it cuts exactly like a knife. And like a knife, it can get dull. So again, we're going to compare that to a shard. So this is just a discard waste item from making something like that or some other kind of stone tool. And then so we're going to slice up just the same way as we would with a regular knife. You can see it has absolutely no problem cutting through, just like a knife. Slices like crazy. This stuff is like ridiculously sharp, seriously sharp. Gonna get a fire going now, so we need some birch bark. And unfortunately, the outside of every single piece of birch bark is wet. So it's not so bad on the inside, but for a tinder bundle, it's terrible. If it was just gonna put it on a fire and use a match, it would be just fine.
All right, so I'm getting this drier wood here since everything's wet. This tree seems to be more dry. As you can see, the inside of the wood's dry. It's pretty much impossible to find a tree that's not soaking wet right now because it just rained. See, this one has a bit more water on it and in it than that one over there, but you have to settle for this when you gotta make a fire in the wilderness. Sometimes it's not perfect. That's what I'm looking for, the dry stuff. And the mediums here. I'm looking for some more smaller medium branches here. So this tree is not bad. It's a little bit dry on the inside, so that's nice. Well, we're not getting that one. Or this one. Or that. You know what? We're not getting that tree at all.
It's ridiculous. Here, you do your turn.
I'm not doing that.
Hey, brother. No,
What?
it's Goofy, right?
Yeah.
Is that goofier?
Yeah.
You know what's goofy?
What?
Your hood.
No, it's not.
It's pretty goofy.
It's practical because there's mosquitoes in the neck.
It's practical and goofy all at the same time.
That's not how it works.
No?
No. If it's practical, it's not goofy.
All right, well, I think we're gonna get one-shot deal out of this one. I can't do it. Raw fish.
Raw fish. What is that?
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so I got my tinder bundle made here. Here, you're gonna hold on to that for moral support. I'm gonna transfer it to that, okay? From here, from the tinder bundle.
You're gonna put it on mine?
No, I'm gonna blow this into flame,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna catch that on the fire, and then you're gonna give it back to me, and I'm gonna go light the fire.
Okay.
So
So this is a good luck charm?
No, I gotta transfer to that.
Oh.
It has a practical. You have a practical reason. And if anything goes wrong, it's your fault.
What?
Well, have I ever made a bojo fire for you before?
I've made myself a bojo fire. You taught me when I was like 10. And
Yeah,
I
but
made one. No, I did.
You actually got it?
I made one and then I quit.
Oh, do you remember how to do it?
Well, yeah, I just watched you do it.
Well, I didn't do it.
Well, you didn't do it, but you like started it. That's
well, I'm getting the prep done.
Ah.
It's a whole nother thing to get. You want to do it today?
No.
Dude, it's so damp.
Yeah,
It's
I know.
ridiculous.
It's literally like you can see the water on the leaves.
In my prep, I tried Ray Riverbend Longbows. They did a great job. If I didn't have my preferred method, I would do that. I did not get enough heat on that. I get more purchase with this. This is a long bearing block, long spindle. This one I found it was just a little tough on my wrist. So anyway, everything's flat, plumb, and level here, hopefully. So we're building up a dust bundle at the back. Can you see the dust bundle forming at the back of the notch?
Yeah.
Okay, so when that gets full, we can light it. So get all that dust piled in the crack.
Is it hot?
Yep, really hot.
Ow.
Yep, it's hot, eh? Well, I told you it was hot.
Well, I didn't want to listen.
You know, sometimes you don't. So you want it all nice and packed in there. Touching. Mosquitoes!
Motivation to make a fire so they go away.
Yep. Let me try to ignite it now. Is that lit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's smoking on its own. That means it's lit. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good?
Yeah.
How's that look?
Looks like it's on fire.
It's on fire. It is on fire. Okay, but it's too small, so we gotta make it bigger. So we're gonna use this to make it bigger. Where's your piece?
My piece is right there.
Okay. Okay, stable now. Now we can talk if we want to. We don't want to knock it out, but I gotta move it so that it goes, I can put it in the bundle here. Right, it's second home. So we don't want to blow that too much. It's going. Okay, transfer it.
Wait.
It's fine. Okay?
Mm.
Okay. So we got it transferred in here successfully. Now we want to get it nice and deep inside here.
And then blow up.
It's going to smolder in here. It's smoking inside there now. We got to dry that birch bark in there. Okay, we're back up here. Okay. There we go, flame.
Yep.
We just gotta load it up and make sure we get some coals going so that we can make sure,
dinner.
yeah, eat dinner. We got a chance here to test our stone axe. So it's a wooden handle with actually a legitimate piece of stone. And I need to get something to cook a fish on. So I thought it would be neat to try to cut maybe this little birch down. There's a clump here, so maybe I'll pick one appropriate size one and see if we can hack her down. I'm just gonna hit it around the tree, and then hopefully what it's gonna do is give me a blunt spot. Oh, we're excited. I got a stick. Anyway, combination. So I used this to pummel the fibers, and then I used my knife to cut the fibers. If I had to use one or the other, probably not have worked as well. Now we have a 3-prong stick, which if we can manage to break, see this, they don't want to break that good. Like live trees, they're hard to break because the fibers are all intact. But we want to make something that we can cook our fish with. Got Holden out there collecting bedding. So he's looking for little spruce twigs, because we definitely don't want to be laying on the ground here. Oh, that's a nice, really nice warm fire. Nice bed of coals here now. Fire! Let's go! We got the tools for the job, so we might as well use them. So that would have been a good scraping tool, just a shard debarker. That actually works really, really well. I'm impressed by that actually. Thread that through, just like a hot dog. All the way under the skin to the back. Ooh, that's hot! Wicked hot! Instead of running all the way back down to the creek, if you want to wash your hands or wash your bum. I don't know if cavemans would have washed their bum. You guys think they washed their bum? They probably washed their bum. Probably went down to the creek and did one of those after they pooped. Anyway, yeah, so you wash your hands or wash your bum. This is nature's toilet paper or tissue paper, whatever you want to call it. It's just moss. Nice and soft, holds water nicely, makes your hands smell nice and earthy when you're done, and then if you're nice, replant it, and you can wipe somebody else's bum later.
Alright, so I just used this. It's I think it's a vertebrae. It's some type of bone, obviously. I think it's a vertebrae. You guys can tell me what it is, because I'm not really sure. But I liked it because like I could just scoop it, and it would, instead of using my hand to get them all wet, I could just scoop the whole thing, and it was much faster, much more efficient. Primitive tools is what the cavemen used to scrape the leaves onto their structures.
So Holden's saying it's super hot in there, and when he tried to put the bedding down, which is good, this is like, it's a super long fire because obviously we can't cut any wood. We can only put on what we can get. I'm going to test my luck with water. And of course, I'll always leave it in the description of whether I got myself giardia. It's pretty good. It's cool. I got it from the middle. There's animals pooping and peeing in here, but I figure there's probably more water than poop. Like the concentration. It's caveman, man, you gotta do it. So I'm not gonna subject Holden to my stupid caveman experiment drinking water. I brought him some water so he didn't have to suffer. And anyway, any more than he needed to on this ridiculous caveman challenge.
This is not gonna work.
Yep, that's it.
I'm trying to.
Put your feet apart. You took like most of the seat.
I have nowhere else to go. I'm on like.
It works.
Yeah, I guess.
3 trout delight. Which one do you want?
I don't really care.
You want the one that's mostly done?
Sure.
Here, that guy. Looks pretty good actually. Well, eat up. Eat your trouts. So we're turning Holden into a fish eater because I think he watched me clean fish too early and he got squeamish. Do you remember when you passed out with the squirrel?
Yeah, that was fake. It actually was, I'm not even joking.
You faked it?
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. I'm not even joking.
Actually?
Yeah.
I've been telling everybody all this time that you were so squeamish you passed out when I was cleaning a squirrel.
Yeah, I was like 7 and I just fell on the floor because I thought it would be funny. I'm not even joking.
Because you didn't want to watch cleaning a squirrel anymore?
Yeah.
Thought it would give you some life skills, but...
Life skills are watching you like cut open and just blood everywhere. Like what? That's not really how it works.
People did that forever.
Yeah, but like...
You watched me get a goat and actually you didn't. That one didn't bother you.
Yeah, because I didn't fake it. I didn't really care that much. But the squirrel one, you were like, oh, he's going to be like... I don't know.
Well, that's a big reveal.
Yeah.
So you weren't squeamish at all? But
I didn't like it.
You said you were getting lightheaded.
I just don't like it.
Yeah.
Like, fish is fine. I mean,
Okay.
everything's kind of fine. I don't really care anymore. I did, though.
But you don't like the taste of fish, or are you getting better at it?
No, I hate it.
You still hate it?
Yeah.
What about it? Because I love
It
fish.
just tastes fishy. I don't like the fishy taste. Like,
Well, these aren't fishy.
yeah, they are.
Really?
A little bit.
I don't taste any fish at all.
Like, even the store-bought, like, cod,
Well, that's
whatever
fishy.
they're called. Yeah, well, no. It's only a little bit fishy.
Okay, so next time we got to do like a deep fried and battered.
Yeah.
That's really how most people eat fish, to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
most people don't eat it like
You
this.
want the brain?
Yes. Thanks for asking.
Where do I put it?
Put it on the leaf, right there. So what do you think? Or I got to plug Holden's Vision Quest video. He gets all of the money from that video.
Yeah.
So I will link it. I'll probably pin it. And you guys watch the ever-living daylights out of that one.
You guys fund me, please. I'm poor.
Poor. And I'm paying him to do this video for me. And then he has to decide if he wants to make more after that. We talked about maybe him doing like a Walmart survival or dollar
Something
store
like
survival.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that. Because I think that would be like a kind of, bridge, I guess, to get him kind of, used to the mechanics of all the storytelling and whatever.
Yeah.
And then you'll have some items you'll have to improvise with. We've been busy beavers,
Busy beavers.
busy monkeys. Since the caveman challenge.
Yep. Nasty.
Omegas. It's full of omega 3s.
Yeah.
Now I have inherited the wisdom of the trout. And, Jeremy nicknamed Holden Tiny Trout. So he has to graduate. You got to catch a
I caught the biggest one.
big, giant lake trout.
I caught bigger ones than you did.
We got to go to the Arctic though,
Yeah.
and then you can catch a giant 40-pound lake trout.
No,
And then you can graduate to trophy trout.
I gotta catch one of the, what are they called? The bluefin tunas. They're like 600 pounds.
That'd be a fun adventure.
Yeah. We should do that.
We go to Florida.
Yeah.
All right, let's do that.
They're hard to get though. They're worth like $3 million.
Well, we're not going to get a $3 million one, but we get a small one.
What happens if we do get a $3 million one?
Well, probably the charter takes them from you.
Half of it's taken by taxes.
Yeah.
And then you gotta pay like a fishing fee and like gotta get every license and your boating, whatever.
Yep.
Not worth $3 million.
Well, I'm not even hungry for the last trout, so I'm going to save that for later.
All right.
Before bed. Good dinner.
Yeah.
Good job. Snuggly, but there's lots of room.
This is actually not that bad.
It is, like, it's better than I thought. Like,
Yeah.
remember how it was going to look? I mean, it would have been pretty rough the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Lots of headroom. Actually, it's pretty comfortable. And the funny thing is, after we did all that work, the sun went away. I mean, it's not coming out. And then the rain went away.
Yeah.
And you know what? That looks like 100% clear sky.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice.
Did you notice that this collects the heat?
What? This thing?
Yeah, like the heat's coming in here and then
Yeah,
it's warming.
staying. Yeah, because there's like a roof.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's leaves.
Like it's collecting the heat, and actually I can feel, if I put my hand back here, I can still feel heat.
Mhm.
So it's coming up, it's collecting, and it's kind of pushing down to maybe
Pretty
about
much
there.
just a blanket, a natural blanket.
Yeah. And that's just debris. What are you making a goofy face at me?
Yeah, because you're like,
Well,
yeah.
I was pretty impressed.
You're impressed that leaves insulate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, what were you gonna build?
I
This.
don't know.
Just say this. Do you know what this is called?
Sticks on a fallen over tree.
Caveman shelter. It's
A
a debris.
caveman
It's a debris shelter.
Debris.
Mhm.
Okay. Debris makes sense.
Well, it's a combination of a debris shelter.
When I think of caveman, I think of a man in a cave. That's kind of what everyone thinks.
I just
We need
think
to find a cave.
primitive cooking, like we caveman cooked.
We caveman cook. We didn't caveman cave.
We didn't use any modern tools because, like, it would have been a lot easier if we did.
Yeah, we should just.
We
brought
didn't cut anything to eat anything.
We should have brought a chainsaw.
It would have been a lot easier,
Yeah.
a lot faster.
A whole like construction crew to build this in like 2 minutes.
So this is a combination. I was saying it's a combination of a lean-to and a debris shelter,
Yeah.
right? So the debris is just whatever you find, you throw on top, and then the lean-to portion of it is just relaying over here. And then we had to rely on the only safest log that we can find, apparently, after
What
3
if this
tries.
falls on us in the night?
Well, it's not that heavy, so I'm not that concerned.
Yeah, and
Are you
get-
concerned?
Well, I don't
I'll
know.
dig you out. You'll
Well,
get
you'd be
you'll
stuck under too.
you'll get. I won't be stuck under it. It's not that heavy.
Yeah, well, there's a whole bunch of scratchy stuff. You just get.
Yeah,
your
you'll
face
get. Yeah, your
scratched.
face will be scratched, but it's all right.
Yeah.
You can use some scars. The girls like the scars.
From sticks. Or
Yeah,
from little
anything.
twigs.
It doesn't matter. They like just a big scar on your face.
I
Like
should
that's just manly.
grab the primitive knife and just go.
Yeah, just do that. Just like and then when the girls ask, just say I was mauled by a bear, but I won. We did good.
Yeah.
I'm pretty impressed.
Yeah. Well, we didn't succumb to the failure of the.
Were you
this
close to
first
giving
one.
up?
I wanted to.
Yeah, there was
I mean,
we almost got in a fist fight.
Nah, I would have won.
That's why I didn't get in a fist fight.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, we're gonna enjoy the fire a little bit, and then we're gonna hopefully survive the night. We got a little bit of wood and
Hopefully.
yeah. I mean, we don't know.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
If you want to.
Well, Holden's still sleeping, so I'll give him a bit more time. Thought he might get up if I stoke the fire, but I'll head down to the creek and grab something to drink, and then I'll come back and see if he's up by then, and if so, then we can get out of here, because, well, we survived. I figured we thrived. Sleep was not too bad. I slept well anyway. It's comfy. As far as like sleeping on the ground, comfy. It's pretty soft here. Very well. What do you think?
Terrible sleep.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't sleep that bad.
Well, it's not a bad.
Well, no, more spruce boughs next time.
That doesn't make a difference. I need a cotton bed.
Were you dry?
Yeah, I was dry.
Well,
It's humid, but
yeah.
I was dry besides that.
You want to get home?
Yeah.
Want to get some food on the way home?
I want to get some fried chicken on the way home.
Mary Brown's?
Yeah, Mary Brown's is the best chicken. KFC fell off.
All right. Well, if you enjoyed this, you watch it all the way through, right, full stop, go check out Holden. Holden Anton is his channel. His video is on my channel so that he could get paid. But go subscribe to Holden Anton on his channel so he can collect subscribers in the meantime. And then when he has enough subscribers, he'll put his content up there.
Yep.
So, I'll see you in the next one.
Yep, see ya.